Have you ever felt like you're stuck, drowning in the weight of your own struggles? You look around, and everyone else seems to have it all figured out while you're left behind, battling the toughest battles in silence. But here's the truth. What if I told you that your struggles aren't the problem? They're the key to your transformation. The beginning of any great journey doesn't start with a map or a clear path. It starts with the courage to confront the difficulties you face. It's not about hiding your struggles, pretending they don't exist. No, it's about understanding them, embracing them, and realizing that they are shaping you into the person you're meant to be. So, are you ready to transform the way you see your struggles? Ready to understand that these challenges are not your enemies, but the very tools that will help you rise to greatness? Let's dive into what it means to truly embrace the beginning of a journey and how the struggles you face are the foundation for your success. Every great journey begins with a step. But what if that step isn't a clear path or an easy road ahead? What if the first step of your journey is one of confusion, doubt, or even struggle? Most people, when faced with their first real obstacle, run from it. They hide it, ignore it, or pretend it doesn't exist, all because they think it's something that needs to be avoided or concealed. But what if I told you that this is the very thing that holds the key to your transformation? It's human nature to avoid pain. We're wired to seek comfort, to steer clear of discomfort, and to run from the things that cause us distress. But what happens when we do that? We end up hiding our struggles, pushing them to the back of our minds, or even worse, ignoring them altogether. The problem with this is that struggles don't disappear just because we refuse to acknowledge them. In fact, they often grow stronger, more intense, and even more overwhelming when we bury them. We think that by hiding our struggles, we're protecting ourselves, but in reality, we're only prolonging the inevitable. We think that by pretending everything is fine, we're living a peaceful life, but peace that is built on denial is fragile, and one day it will crack. The first step in any meaningful journey isn't to hide from the struggle, it's to understand it. Understanding your struggles is like shining a light into a dark room. You're no longer stumbling around in fear of the unknown. You start to see clearly, and when you see clearly, you can figure out how to overcome the obstacles in your path. Struggles are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. When you understand this, you change your perspective completely. A struggle isn't something that will hold you back forever, but something that, when faced and understood, can propel you forward. Imagine a mountain in front of you. If you look at it from a distance, it may seem impossible to climb, too steep, too high. But when you step closer and begin to understand its features, where to find the footholds, where the safe paths lie, and where the dangers are, you realize that the mountain, though intimidating, is climbable. When you begin to understand your struggles, you begin to unlock the power that lies within them. Each challenge you face, no matter how daunting, carries lessons that shape your character, resilience, and mindset. They teach you patience, humility, and the strength you never knew you had. Take, for example, someone who has faced repeated failures. At first, they may feel defeated, unsure of how to move forward. But once they understand the reason behind their failures, the lessons they can learn, the areas they need to improve, they no longer see failure as something to hide from, but as an opportunity to grow. It's through this process of embracing the struggle that they gain the tools necessary to succeed. The transformation begins when you stop seeing your struggles as a burden and start viewing them as a catalyst for growth. Every challenge is a chance to evolve, to learn more about yourself, and to become stronger. Each difficulty you overcome becomes a stepping stone to your ultimate success. Let's consider real-life examples of people who have turned their struggles into triumphs. Think of someone like Steve Jobs, who faced multiple failures in his career before founding Apple. He was fired from the company he built, an event that could have crushed his spirit and forced him into hiding. But instead of running from that failure, Jobs understood it. He used it as a springboard to start new ventures, eventually returning to Apple and making it the global powerhouse it is today. Or look at J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by multiple publishers before her Harry Potter series became a worldwide phenomenon. She faced financial struggles, personal challenges, and constant rejection. But she didn't hide from her struggles. She understood them, learned from them, and used them as fuel to keep moving forward. These stories aren't isolated. Every successful person has faced their own unique set of struggles. But it's not their struggles that define them, it's their ability to understand and learn from them. It's the same for you. The beginning of your journey is not about escaping your struggles, but embracing them with an open mind and a determined heart. Shifting your perspective. To truly begin your journey, you must shift the way you see your struggles. Instead of seeing them as burdens, view them as teachers. Instead of fearing them, look at them with curiosity. What can you learn from this situation? How can you grow through it? This shift in perspective is what sets successful people apart from those who are left behind. When you change your perspective, you stop feeling helpless. You realize that you have the power to control how you respond to life's challenges. Instead of being a victim of your struggles, you become the victor who rises above them. Resilience is a word often thrown around in motivational speeches and books. But what does it really mean? Resilience is the ability to bounce back after facing adversity. But it's not just about returning to where you were before the struggle. It's about coming back stronger, wiser, and more determined. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding struggles. It comes from embracing them, understanding them, and using them as a foundation for growth. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice: to break down or to break through. Resilience is the difference between giving up and getting stronger. In the face of adversity, your response is everything. Will you shy away from the struggle, or will you step into it, learn from it, and rise above it? The choice is yours, and the power to transform your life lies in your hands. The beginning of your journey is not a destination, it's a process. Each day you wake up and face your struggles is another step towards your growth. There is no final point where you can say, "I've conquered everything." Instead, life is a constant evolution, and every struggle you face is an opportunity to evolve further. The more you understand your struggles, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more you realize that your journey is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. And with each step forward, you become a better, stronger version of yourself. Life is fleeting. In the grand scheme of time, we are but a moment, a flash, a brief flicker in the universe. Yet, within this short span, we have the potential to achieve extraordinary things. We all have dreams, big dreams that push us to look beyond the ordinary and imagine the impossible. But the question is, how do we turn those dreams into reality? How do we make the most of the little time we have? In this world, many are content with simply dreaming. But the true transformation happens when you take those dreams and turn them into something tangible. It's not enough to want something. What truly matters is what you're willing to do to make it happen. Big dreams are not just fantasies. They are the seeds of future success. They are the driving force that fuels every step, every effort, every sacrifice. Dreams, when nurtured and pursued, have the potential to propel us beyond our limits. But in order for dreams to be realized, they must be viewed not just as desires but as achievable goals. Think of every visionary in history, people like Thomas Edison, Steve Jobs, and Marie Curie. They didn't simply have big dreams. They had the audacity to believe that those dreams could become a reality. Their dreams weren't limited by the conventional. They dared to push boundaries, to redefine what was possible. And that's exactly what you must do. Don't just dream big dreams so big that the size of the dream forces you to grow into the person capable of achieving it. The first step is to acknowledge the power of your dreams. They are more than wishes, they are the foundation of your journey. Dreams give us direction. They are the compass that guides us through the trials and tribulations of life. But there's a harsh reality that we must face. Time is limited. Every day that passes is one less day you have to make your dreams a reality. It's easy to get caught up in the distractions of life, work, family, responsibilities, and to put your dreams on hold. But if we are truly honest with ourselves, we know that time waits for no one. The clock continues ticking, and with it, the window of opportunity narrows. In our society, we often hear the phrase, tomorrow. Tomorrow to start that project, tomorrow to write that book, tomorrow to take that risk. But what happens when tomorrow never comes? It is only by making today count that we can move closer to our dreams. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. The perfect moment is always now. The reality is this: life is short, and if we don't take action, our dreams will remain just that, dreams. They will never become a part of our reality. Understanding the limited nature of time is what pushes people to take action today, not tomorrow. The urgency of time should be your ally, not something that causes fear or anxiety. Let it motivate you to act now. One of the most crucial steps in turning your dreams into reality is transforming them into clear, actionable goals. Dreams can often be vague and lofty. They are more of a vision of what we want than a roadmap of how to get there. That's where goals come in. Goals are the bridge between your dreams and your achievements. To turn your dream into a goal, you must break it down. If your dream is to become a successful entrepreneur, don't just leave it at, "I want to be successful." Break it down into actionable steps. What kind of business do you want to start? What skills do you need? What are the practical steps to making your dream a reality? By creating specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, you are giving yourself a clear path forward. This is no longer just a dream, it is a goal with a plan of action. And as you work toward these goals, your dream gets closer to reality. Remember, it's not enough to simply say, "I want to succeed." You must create a concrete plan and execute it every single day. Your dreams require effort, consistency, and most importantly, discipline. Every step you take should be deliberate and intentional, moving you closer to your ultimate destination. No journey is without its obstacles. In fact, obstacles are an essential part of the process. Every person who has ever achieved anything great has faced challenges. But here's the thing about obstacles. They are not there to stop you, they are there to teach you. Obstacles are the tests that prove you have the resolve to keep moving forward. The road to turning your dreams into reality is not always smooth. You will face failures, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but these are the moments that will define you. It's in these moments that your true strength is forged. The question is, will you allow these obstacles to define you, or will you use them to redefine yourself? Think about the most successful individuals in history. They didn't avoid obstacles, they overcame them. They didn't let their failures stop them, they let their failures fuel them. Every obstacle they faced became a lesson, a stepping stone toward their ultimate success. So, when you encounter an obstacle, don't shy away, embrace it. Understand that this challenge is part of your journey. And most importantly, remember that overcoming it will make your success even more meaningful. Dreams, no matter how big, require persistence. You can't expect to achieve something significant overnight. It's the daily actions, the consistent effort, and the unwavering belief in yourself that will carry you to the finish line. Persistence means continuing to move forward, even when the path is difficult, even when progress seems slow. It means waking up each day, determined to take the next step, no matter how small, toward your goal. Success is not a one-time event, it's the result of persistent, focused effort over time. Many people give up just before the breakthrough happens. They stop pursuing their dreams because they've faced too many setbacks or because success seems too far out of reach. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: persistence. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about continuing to move forward, even in the face of failure. Perhaps the most important element in turning your dreams into reality is belief. You have to believe that you are worthy of your dreams, that your goals are possible, and that you have what it takes to achieve them. Without belief, even the most well-laid plans will falter. Belief in yourself is the foundation of everything. It gives you the courage to take risks, the strength to overcome failures, and the resilience to keep going when others might give up. Without belief, even your big dreams will remain just that, dreams. You must trust in your ability to overcome obstacles, to learn from mistakes, and to keep pushing forward. Believe that the challenges you face are not roadblocks but stepping stones. Believe that every small victory counts, that every setback is a lesson, and that ultimately, you have everything you need to turn your dreams into reality. A short life, big dreams, is a reminder that time is precious and every moment counts. If you have big dreams, don't wait, don't delay. The time to act is now. Break down your dreams into actionable goals, embrace the obstacles along the way, persist in the face of adversity, and above all, believe in yourself. Your dreams are within reach. The only thing standing between you and your success is the decision to take action, to stay persistent, and to never lose faith. Life is short, but with the right mindset and dedication, your dreams are limitless. The time to act is now. Every day is an opportunity to move closer to your dreams. Take the first step today and make the most of the precious time you have. Life, as we know it, is filled with challenges, setbacks, and heartaches. But what many fail to recognize is that every painful experience carries within it the seed of growth, transformation, and renewal. It's not about avoiding pain or pretending that it doesn't affect us. Instead, it's about acknowledging it, learning from it, and using it as a stepping stone towards something greater. In this journey of life, pain is inevitable. We all face moments that test our strength, our resilience, and our capacity to endure. But these moments of hardship, no matter how difficult they seem, are not the end of the road. They are simply a part of the process, an essential part of growth. Pain, though unpleasant, has a remarkable ability to push us out of our comfort zones. It forces us to reevaluate our choices, our actions, and even our very beliefs. Imagine a seed that must break through the hard shell of the earth to emerge into the light. The process is painful, but the result is worth it. Similarly, pain in our lives can act as a catalyst, pushing us toward a more meaningful existence. After a painful experience, many of us feel defeated, as though we'll never rise again. But the truth is that pain often serves as a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears, desires, and unrealized potential. When we allow ourselves to process the hurt, we begin to uncover hidden strengths and insights that we may have never known existed. It's as if pain opens our eyes to the possibilities that we were blind to before. Every struggle we face is a lesson in disguise. The hardships of life teach us to be patient, to be resilient, and to appreciate the small moments of joy that we may have once taken for granted. When we endure pain, we learn the value of perseverance. We realize that growth doesn't come from comfort, but from the willingness to step outside of our limitations. Take a moment to think about the challenges you've faced in your own life. Perhaps it was the loss of a loved one, a failed relationship, or the overwhelming pressure of career demands. In those moments, it might have felt as though there was no way forward. Yet, as time passed, you began to heal. You found strength you didn't know you had, and eventually, you began to rise again. That's the beauty of life. After every pain, there's a new beginning. It's not the end, but a chance to start over, to rebuild, and to emerge stronger than before. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after facing adversity. It's the strength to keep going when everything inside you is telling you to give up. And the remarkable thing about resilience is that it grows with every challenge we overcome. The more we face pain, the more we learn to navigate it with grace and wisdom. To truly embrace this resilience, we must understand that our emotional health is as important as our physical health. Just as we exercise to strengthen our bodies, we must also nurture our emotional well-being. This means giving ourselves the space to grieve, to heal, and to reflect. By doing so, we create a foundation of strength that will help us weather future storms. One of the most powerful things we can do after experiencing pain is to transform it into purpose. Rather than allowing our struggles to define us negatively, we can choose to let them shape us into individuals who are more empathetic, more compassionate, and more determined. Consider those who have faced immense suffering, people who have lost loved ones, battled illnesses, or encountered financial hardships. Many of them use their experiences to help others, whether through charity work, support groups, or public speaking. They turn their pain into a source of power, using it to make a positive difference in the lives of others. When we embrace the lessons that pain teaches us, we find that we are not just surviving, but thriving. We are able to use our stories of struggle to inspire others to find hope in their own pain. And in doing so, we become part of a larger, interconnected web of healing and growth. It's easy to feel lost in the darkness of pain, but it is in those moments of darkness that hope often shines the brightest. Hope doesn't come from avoiding or ignoring pain, it comes from accepting it and knowing that it will eventually pass. When we allow ourselves to sit with our pain and accept it for what it is, we make space for hope to enter. It's a quiet, gentle force that whispers to us that no matter how dark the night, the dawn is always on the horizon. And when we start to believe in that dawn, we can begin to see the light even in the most difficult times. Moving forward after pain is not about forgetting what happened or pretending it didn't matter. It's about integrating the lessons learned into our lives and carrying them forward. Each step we take after hardship is a step toward healing, a step toward becoming the person we were meant to be. Transformation isn't an overnight process. It takes time, effort, and patience. But with each day that passes, we become more aligned with our true selves. We start to see life through a new lens zone that is richer, deeper, and more compassionate. The voice of the heart is always speaking to us, guiding us through the pain toward a brighter future. It tells us that after every hardship, there is a new beginning. It encourages us to listen, to heal, and to rise again, stronger and more whole than before. Life is not a straight path. It's full of twists and turns, steep climbs, and unexpected falls. It's easy to think that failure is a sign to stop, to give up, and to retreat. However, the truth is that failure is not the end. It is simply part of the journey, an essential part that allows us to grow, learn, and ultimately succeed. Every time we fall, we have an opportunity to rise again, stronger and more prepared to reach our destination. Failure can feel like a heavy weight, pushing us down, making us question our abilities, and even our worth. Yet, it is in those moments of struggle that we discover our true strength. We are forced to dig deep within ourselves and find the courage to keep moving forward. The greatest successes in life are often achieved not by those who never fail, but by those who rise again after every fall. To truly understand the importance of failure, we must first acknowledge its presence in our lives. Failure is not something to fear or avoid. It is an inevitable part of the human experience. Whether it's in our personal lives, careers, or dreams, we will all face setbacks and disappointments at some point. What we often fail to realize is that failure is not a reflection of our abilities, but rather a part of the process. Every failure teaches us something valuable, whether it's about ourselves, the path we're on, or the lessons we need to learn in order to succeed. Failure helps us refine our skills, deepen our understanding, and strengthen our resolve. Many successful people have encountered failure time and time again before achieving their goals. Thomas Edison, for example, famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His relentless pursuit of success, despite countless failures, led to the invention of the light bulb, a groundbreaking achievement that changed the world forever. One of the most powerful ways to rise after a fall is to use the experience as motivation. Failure can be an incredible source of drive. Instead of letting it hold us back, we can choose to use it to fuel our determination. When we fail, it's easy to get discouraged. But what if we looked at failure through a different lens? What if we saw each setback as an opportunity to work harder, to push ourselves further, and to prove that we are capable of more than we realize? Think about the times in your life when you've faced failure. Did you let it defeat you, or did you use it as a catalyst for growth? Every time you get back up after a fall, you gain more strength, more wisdom, and more confidence. Failure, when viewed in the right light, becomes a powerful motivator. Success is not a gift it's earned. It requires sacrifice, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to the goal. The path to success is not easy. It's filled with challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt, but it is also filled with growth, progress, and the sweet taste of victory. Hard work is the backbone of success. It is the tireless effort that we put into our dreams, even when things seem impossible. It is the late nights, the early mornings, and the sacrifices we make along the way. Success is not handed to you, it is built through determination and persistence. Hard work means pushing through the moments when you want to give up. It means staying focused on your goals, even when distractions and setbacks arise. It means doing what others are not willing to do in order to achieve what they cannot. Success is not just about working hard, it's also about the sacrifices we are willing to make. Every dream requires some form of sacrifice, whether it's time, money, or personal comfort. To achieve something truly great, we must be willing to give up something in return. For example, many entrepreneurs spend years building their businesses, often working long hours and foregoing personal time with their families. Athletes sacrifice their bodies, enduring grueling training and pushing themselves to the limit in pursuit of excellence. Even students sacrifice their free time to study and prepare for their futures. But the sacrifices we make along the way are never in vain. They are investments in our future, and the rewards are often far greater than the temporary discomforts we experience along the way. Sacrifice is the price of success, and those who are willing to pay that price are the ones who ultimately reach their destination. Persistence is another crucial element in rising after every fall. It's not enough to just get back up, we must keep getting up every time we fall. Persistence is the ability to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear and the future is uncertain. Success rarely comes easily. There are many moments when you'll want to quit, when you'll feel like you've done all you can, but it's in those moments that persistence matters the most. Persistence means continuing to take action, even when the odds are stacked against you. Look at some of the most successful people in history. Many of them faced enormous obstacles and rejections before reaching their goals. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job for not being creative enough. Oprah Winfrey was told she was too emotional for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, yet they persisted, and their stories are now part of history. In addition to physical hard work, success also requires mental strength. The mind is a powerful tool, and when we learn to master it, we unlock our full potential. Mental strength means having the ability to stay focused, calm, and positive, even in the face of adversity. Building mental strength requires practice, just like building physical strength. It means developing the ability to overcome negative thoughts, to stay focused on your goals, and to push through moments of doubt. It's about training yourself to be resilient and to keep going when everything inside you is telling you to stop. While the journey to success may be long and difficult, the rewards are worth every step. There is no greater feeling than achieving your dreams after years of hard work and sacrifice. Success brings a sense of fulfillment, pride, and accomplishment that cannot be replicated by anything else. But it's important to remember that the reward is not just the end result, it's the journey itself. The lessons you learn, the relationships you build, and the growth you experience along the way are just as valuable as the goal itself. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. And after every fall, there is a chance to rise again, stronger and more determined to reach your destination. The journey to success is never easy, but it is always worth it. After every fall, we have the opportunity to rise again, stronger and more capable than before. Failure is not the end. It is simply a part of the process, a chance to learn, grow, and become better. Success requires hard work, sacrifice, and persistence. It requires mental strength and resilience. But most of all, it requires the belief that after every fall, there is always a chance to rise again and reach your destination. So, keep going. Don't let the setbacks define you. Rise after every fall, and let your journey to success be a testament to your strength, determination, and unwavering commitment to your dreams. In the face of challenges, one thing is clear. Confidence is not just a trait, it's a tool. It's the engine that drives you forward, the shield that protects you, and the force that propels you to succeed against all odds. We often underestimate the true power of self-belief, taking it for granted or questioning it when life becomes tough. Yet, confidence is the ultimate weapon we possess when navigating life's unpredictable battles. In this script, we'll explore how your confidence is your greatest power, how it shapes your mindset, and how, in moments of uncertainty, it holds the key to your success. Confidence begins with self-belief. At its core, confidence is a deep-rooted conviction in your own abilities, values, and potential. It doesn't come from external validation, but rather from within. The journey to building unshakable confidence starts with recognizing and accepting your worth. This is easier said than done. Many of us grow up in environments that question our abilities, focus on our limitations, or amplify our flaws. It's only natural to doubt ourselves under such circumstances. But confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about believing in yourself regardless of imperfections. It's about trusting that you have the strength, intellect, and perseverance to overcome any obstacle, even when the odds are stacked against you. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect it. Challenges come in all forms, personal, professional, or emotional. But how we approach these challenges often determines the outcome. Confidence is what enables you to see obstacles not as insurmountable walls, but as opportunities to grow. When you are confident, you don't panic at the first sign of difficulty. Instead, you stay alert. You analyze the situation, assess the risks, and make a calculated decision. Confidence doesn't mean you are certain of success, it means you are sure of your ability to handle whatever comes your way. It is the mindset that allows you to keep pushing forward, knowing that even if you stumble, you have the strength to rise again. Let's consider a real-world example. Think about leaders or entrepreneurs who have faced failure after failure, yet emerged successful. What sets them apart from others is not just their resilience, but their confidence in their ability to succeed despite setbacks. They trust their judgment, they rely on their inner strength, and they are driven by the unwavering belief that they will reach their goals. Confidence transforms adversity into opportunity. It turns fear into focus, uncertainty into action, and doubt into determination. Without confidence, even the smallest challenges can feel like insurmountable barriers. With it, nothing feels impossible. Every decision we make in life has consequences, and how we approach these decisions is largely influenced by our confidence. Confidence allows us to take risks, make tough choices, and stand by our decisions without second-guessing ourselves. It's easy to be indecisive when you're unsure of your own abilities, or when you fear failure. But when you believe in yourself, decision-making becomes clearer. Think about the last time you had to make a significant decision, whether in your personal life or your career. Did you hesitate because you doubted your capabilities? Or did you make that decision with full confidence, even though the outcome was uncertain? Confident people understand that not all decisions will be perfect, but they trust that they can adapt and course correct along the way. Confidence encourages you to take action and trust that you will learn from any missteps. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about embracing the process and knowing that each choice, whether successful or not, is a step forward in your journey. One of the greatest challenges in life is handling criticism. We all encounter critics, whether they are in our personal relationships, workplaces, or public forums. It's easy for others to judge, comment, and even undermine our efforts. But what sets confident individuals apart is their ability to remain grounded despite external negativity. Confidence doesn't mean that you never face self-doubt or don't feel the sting of criticism. Rather, it's the ability to process criticism constructively and not let it shake your sense of self-worth. Confident individuals know their value and understand that criticism, when delivered with the right intent, can be a tool for growth. At the same time, they also recognize when criticism is simply an attempt to tear them down or when it's based on ignorance or insecurity. The key is not to internalize every piece of feedback, but rather to filter it. Confident people are selective about whose opinions matter and whose do not. They understand that not every critic has their best interest at heart, and they don't let negative voices derail their progress. Self-awareness is crucial for building true confidence. It involves recognizing both your strengths and weaknesses, and understanding how they influence your actions and decisions. When you know who you are, your values, your skills, and your limitations, you can make informed decisions and approach challenges with clarity and conviction. Self-awareness helps you recognize when you're out of your depth, allowing you to ask for help or seek advice. But it also helps you understand your strengths and how to leverage them to your advantage. When you know your capabilities, confidence naturally follows. It's the foundation upon which all other aspects of self-belief are built. Take time to reflect on your successes and acknowledge your growth. Each victory, no matter how small, is proof of your abilities. These moments of reflection serve as powerful reminders of your worth and reinforce your confidence in your ability to face future challenges. In a professional setting, confidence is often the distinguishing factor between those who rise and those who remain stagnant. Leaders are not always the most skilled or experienced individuals. They are often those who exude confidence in their vision, abilities, and decisions. Confidence is contagious. When you believe in yourself, others begin to believe in you as well. As a result, you become a source of inspiration, and people start looking to you for guidance, direction, and leadership. Confidence is what helps you gain respect and influence within your team or organization. Moreover, confident professionals are not afraid to take the lead, to make bold decisions, and to take risks. They are able to navigate the complexities of their work environment with calm and poise, earning trust and admiration from their colleagues. Confidence is not an overnight achievement. It's a continuous practice that requires daily effort. The more you practice self-belief, the stronger it becomes. Start with small steps, take on tasks that push you outside of your comfort zone, face challenges with a positive mindset, and surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. One of the most powerful ways to build confidence is through positive self-talk. The way we speak to ourselves can either uplift or undermine our confidence. Replacing negative thoughts with affirmations of self-worth and ability is a practice that gradually shifts your mindset toward one of self-assurance. Another powerful tool is visualization. Visualizing success before taking action helps to reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. When you see yourself achieving your goals, it strengthens your confidence and prepares your mind for the reality of success. At the end of the day, confidence is not just a personality trait, it is your power. It shapes how you approach challenges, make decisions, and navigate through life's inevitable ups and downs. Your confidence is a reflection of your belief in yourself, your potential, and your ability to overcome any obstacle. In a world filled with uncertainty, your confidence is the one thing that can remain constant. It will be your guiding light when the path is unclear, your anchor when the winds of doubt threaten to throw you off course. Stay alert, believe in your abilities, and trust that you are capable of far more than you may realize. Your confidence is not just your asset, it's your greatest strength. Embrace it and let it lead you to the success and fulfillment you deserve. Victory is often perceived as the moment you reach the end of a long journey, the celebration of achieving your goal. But true victory is not confined to that single moment. It is found in every step, every challenge, and every lesson learned along the way. The real meaning of victory lies in the growth that occurs during your pursuit, the resilience you build through adversity, and the confidence you gain from pushing past your limits. It's in the moments where you thought you couldn't go any further, but found the strength to continue. When we talk about reaching your destination, It's important to recognize that success is not just about the outcome, it's about the process that shapes you into the person you are meant to be. Each obstacle you overcome, each failure you learn from, and each decision you make adds to your story of success. It's about acknowledging that every setback is not an end but a lesson, and that the pursuit of your dreams is as valuable as the dream itself. True victory is internal. It's about transforming yourself along the journey. The joy you feel when you finally achieve your goal is not just the result of reaching a destination, it's the culmination of all the experiences, growth, and self-discovery that you encountered throughout the process. So, as you continue striving toward your goals, understand that victory is not only about the destination but also about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. If you're ready to redefine success and experience true victory in your life, start now. Take that first step towards your goals, knowing that the path you're on is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it with every action you take today. Victory is waiting, and it starts with you.